Alright, so we are going to go and we are going to compare and round decimals. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to compare these two decimals. Just by looking at it, some might say, oh, this decimal right here is greater because it has more numbers. But I don't know, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'm going to go, and I always like to use my place value chart to help me with comparing. And I'm going to write 3 and 24 hundredths in my chart. So 3 and 24 hundredths. And I'm also going to write in a different color 3 and 213 thousandths. So what I like to do as well is I like to make sure that they all have the same amount of digits, if that's possible. So at the end I notice that there's nothing there. I can go and I can add a 0. And it will still be the same number. It just has an extra 0, and that's fine. So let's see. They both share a 3, so that's not going to help. They both share a 2 in the tenths, so that means I have to go and I have to look at the hundredths. And I see that this top decimal has 4 hundredths, and the bottom has 1 hundredth. So I already know that the top is going to be bigger than the bottom because of the amount of hundredths. I could also look at it as, well, look, there's 40 on the top and 13 on the bottom. Which is bigger, 40 or 13? 40. So I know that the bigger fraction is the top one, is 3 and 24 hundredths. So I have to make sure that I have a sign that's showing that it's facing the bigger side right here. So 3 and 24 hundredths is greater than 3 and 213 thousandths. Now we're going to go and we're going to round our decimals. And it says to round this decimal, 74 and 38 hundredths, to the nearest tenth. So I'm going to go, I'm going to take a whiteboard, and I'm going to rewrite this number, 74 and 38 hundredths. My tenth place is this 3, so I have to look at the 8. This 8 is going to tell me, am I going to keep this 3 the same or bump it up to a 4? Well, I know that this 8 is 5 and greater, so that means that this 3 is going to be bumped up to a 4. So when I rewrite it, it's going to be 74 and 4 tenths. 74 and 4